Hi, this is Dee over at Aloha Astro, and if you sign up for my newsletter, you'll be entered into a monthly drawing for a free reading with me, but I've mentioned that before, so let's get on over to what's going on in the heavens right now. And some of you may know that we are under a Mercury retrograde time period right now that began about 4 days ago, and I naively was thinking to myself that, it doesn't feel so bad this month. And then I had the experience yesterday of the moon passing over my ascendant in the evening, and I had two missed communication incidences pop up that I am attempting to unravel this morning. So Mercury retrograde has caught up with me. I hope it's treating you kindly. And also, I think that it may be a little more retrograde-y today because of the influence of a Gemini moon. The planet Mercury rules both Virgo and Gemini. And while we have the moon making a transit through the sign of Gemini, it would influence or emphasize that mercurial quality a bit more strongly and put our attention and focus on Mercury things, which is the gathering and sharing of information, communication, transportation, all of those things. For me, the issues occurred with communication. So that would be the main influence right now, where we may be feeling it a bit stronger. And I wanted to look ahead at the weekend, since we are now approaching, today is Thursday, the 17th, tomorrow's Friday, then we're headed into a new moon and an eclipse. Last night I had a significant dream about the solar eclipse. Of course, now I don't remember the details, but I did wake up with this kind of quickening feeling within me about the eclipse energy, and it does feel very strong. And I do think that people will be responding and reacting on an emotional level this weekend as we approach that eclipse energy that will be occurring on the 21st. In the sign of Leo, we will have Leo fire fixed energy active then. But before that, we come out of the Gemini moon today, and the moon begins to move through Cancer. And then tomorrow on the 18th, as it's in the cardinal water sign of Cancer, it will be transiting Venus. And this will emphasize the emotional side of life, expressing your emotions, love, affection, pleasure, comfort, family in particular. Cancer is the sign that rules the fourth house of home and family. So those things are emphasized. The words for Cancer are need and feed, and I do find that society as a whole, when the moon is in Cancer, you're going to see a lot more pictures of recipes and foods on Facebook and Instagram posts, or people talking about their mothers, or wanting to reach out to mom during the moon in Cancer. So that nurturing energy and feeding, caring for comes out strongly while the moon is in Cancer. It will be making some nice aspects here that can enhance the romantic feelings. As the moon and Venus join in Cancer, we might want to be closer to people, and as it transiting Neptune in Pisces, this is also very romantic. Here we have some sexual overtones and possessive overtones, jealousy, possession, drama, things of that nature, with the opposition of Moon and Venus to Pluto. For those of you who have long-distance relationships where you are not able to see the person you love frequently enough, it may be a bittersweet and poignant time where you are yearning to be with that person. And for others who perhaps are not settled and secure in a relationship right now and are in the falling in love stage, this is when those fears and jealousies can surface and create some unrest or discord emotionally, despite the fact that perhaps everything appears to be going well, or the partner is saying that everything is going well, there can still be little tremors here with this T-square of Jupiter in Libra. Libra is also ruled by the planet Venus. So we have more Venusian overtone there, more focus on partnership and relationship, with Libra ruling the 7th house of relationship. And wanting something bigger, faster, or wanting to feel secure in having your romantic relationship stable, or your partner to be with you, or want what you want, or be in alignment with you, may be an issue that comes up while the moon is making this pass over Venus. Then as we go into the 19th, let's give it a second to freshen up here. Okay, the 19th, we still have the moon in Cancer at the very late degree. It's beginning to look over its shoulder at Venus as it says goodbye to Venus and moves on. We have a grand trine loosely here. One of the aspects is not as strong as the other two, but this is favorable for actions being taken today, as that grand trine seems to dominate when I look at the chart pattern. And the opposition now to Pluto, which can produce those jealousy issues or possessiveness or any fears, that is beginning to fade, excuse me, to fade away. So whatever was coming out very strongly on the romance and relationship level will be fading as we go through the day on the 19th. And we will turn our minds towards the action that Leo is going to bring us, especially since the Sun and Mars are in this grand trine, along with Uranus, planet of change, Saturn, a planet in Sagittarius that is seeking some foundations for the future, the changes for the future to build a strong foundation that we are looking toward. And I do think that that will become stronger as we move to Sunday the 20th, and now we have the moon beginning to affect Mars in Leo, and we are into the swing of Leo energy by the afternoon of the 20th. So the day might start with a great deal more energy than the previous 2 days, where we were under that kind of watery, sentimental, emotional Cancer. And now we have fire, and fire is saying, get going, get going. And the busyness, the rate of what we are doing might pick up. There's also a yod in here at this time with Pluto and Neptune being activated by the moon joining Mars, and then the North Node and the Sun. So whatever we feel that we are supposed to be doing, we may have a great deal of passion, power, and intensity around it, and wishes, hopes, and dreams, and following through on our actions would be a key feature. And when the moon joins the Leo planets here, it also activates the sextile to Jupiter and the trine to Saturn. So we would seek to have others cooperate with us or work with us or help us. And Leo is a sign that likes to play with others, is concerned with the pride, the group, to have a group effort going on here. So we may be reaching out more, being more socially active with other people, whereas the 2 days previous to that, it's more about the home and the family, or the immediate, the closer partners. And here we get more playful with others. Then the 21st, that's the big day where we have the energy of the eclipse, and definitely the grand trine stands out very strongly, as does the quincunx here to Chiron. So we'll see what kind of changes come about for people, what kind of epiphanies occur, and how we want to proceed after this new moon, after we begin with a fresh start in Leo, while still under a Mercury retrograde. And the Mercury retrograde can help us fine-tune, refine, go back over things, discern, prioritize, sort, eliminate, look at the details, to take the enthusiasm of that grand trine and the creativity of all these Leo planets, holding on to our ideals, looking at what we want to change and perhaps heal, and then finding the right means to direct that energy. So that's it for now, and I hope everybody has a Mercury retrograde easy time in the days to come. I think perhaps yesterday and a little bit of this morning was the hardest part for us at this point. We probably will notice something pop up again when we have the moon get out of Leo and into Virgo. Yeah, on the 22nd, and expect to have that lunation fallout as well the day after. And the 23rd, we'll still be in late Virgo, and it will be making an opposition there to Chiron. Let's go back here and see what our hard aspects are. The opposition to Neptune, the moon conjunct Mercury, opposing Neptune on the 22nd. This is a day where we're all at greater risk for having missed communications or misunderstandings or issues with anything related to Mercury. So mind your P's and Q's on the 22nd and a little bit on the 23rd. I think Mercury will relax a little bit for us on this weekend, and that today and yesterday, while we had that Gemini influence, it might have been a little bit rougher. So look ahead for the 22nd, mark it on your calendars to just double check everything before you drive, before you fly, before you email, before you write, anything of that nature, before you go off to appointments. Call, double check, make sure everything is still on track before you head out the door, and be safe.